Hey.
Hey guys, it's 9 o'clock. We're hiding in the basement from the wife and kids. What's going on, Dan?
What's
going
happening?
on? Oh my God. It's been, how long? 27 weeks ago. And then before that, it was almost a year.
Almost a year. February 1st, I think, was our last like live like this.
It's crazy. My phone's blowing up. There's a boom. Appletinis is live.
Yeah.
What? Get out of town. We're live.
Share this over on the Facebooks.
All right. Share it on the Facebooks. See what happens. All right. I'm going to go and check the main page of Appletinis and see.
That's where I shared it from. It's there.
Oh, it is. Oh, I like it.
Darian Rothschild, we've already got comments popping in.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me put these up. Hey, Darian. How are you? Gonna add you to the broadcast. Thanks for joining. Hey.
9 years. You know, he's like Rose from Titanic. It's been 84 years.
I know it. All right, I'm gonna make the comments bigger so people, it's been 9 years. It feels like it's been 9 years. Look at that. It's been 9 years. It has been. Dwayne Bateman's on.
COVID years are like dog years. You know, that 1 year feels like 9.
True. So, Dan, cheers to 2022, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
Cheers to 22.
You didn't come to the Christmas party this year, and I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you didn't. Good move by you, bud. Good year to miss it.
It was, apparently.
It's a good year to miss it. Oh, Lauren Carter's in the house. Hey, Lauren. I love it. I love adding people to the crew, and then you see their picture pop up. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Dan. It's been a crazy time out there with football games this weekend, and we're going to get more into that as we go. So,
absolutely.
How'd you feel this weekend watching those games?
I was 2 for 2, or 2 and 2. Two that I wanted to win, and 2 that I didn't. And so basically, I was very happy with the Saturday games, and I wasn't as happy with the Sunday games. But how can you be upset with the games that we got to watch? So
yep, exactly. And we'll get more into it in a little bit. But hey, Dwayne, how are you?
Who dat or who day?
Who day, right? He wants
right
the
now,
Bengals.
Who day?
And then, this is great. You know, we got people jumping on. And thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. It's been so long since we've done this. Johnny G couldn't be with us tonight. He got the invite. I called him earlier, but he could not make it. But I did eat dinner with Johnny G last night, and he is ready to come on and do, live shows with us, as well as, Dan, if you want to make that announcement, go right ahead. Yeah,
Are we announcing already? Should we hold and see if we get more? We have an announcement coming up, so we're gonna save that for like
the
a
end.
little bit more.
Yeah. I think
so
we're
stick around. You don't want to miss the big announcement.
Yeah, I think we'll stay on about 45 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere around.
Yeah, I don't want to go I want to go an hour.
No, Bob, it's not an appletini. Neither of them are appletinis.
Yes. It's the name of the show, Bob. You don't have to drink an appletini on the show. But, I didn't feel like making appletinis tonight. But
it's a metaphorical appletini.
It is.
Appletinis are a state of mind.
I don't think I have the puckers. That's why I didn't make them. So I have to go get some. All right, the Rams. I like that, Kurt. All right, going with the Rams. And Bob, yes, it's not an appletini, pal. Whatever you're drinking, cheers to you, man. So, whatever it is you're drinking, Bob, enjoy.
I like how you were like, Johnny Giovinco couldn't be with us tonight, but I'll accept this drink on his behalf.
Yes, I will. I'll accept this. I'm training myself to be an award show host. Yes.
This is Meryl Streep's 300th nomination and 700th win.
Oh, there's my mom. Hey, Mom. All the way from Florida.
Mom.
She's down in Florida. She says it's cold down there. So.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. So they're down in Florida, her and her boyfriend Ray, and they're down there for the winter, So it's supposed to be warmer. It's not.
Yeah, what was it? The game in Tampa, it was like, like 50, 60 degrees for that?
Yeah, and at night it's gotten down to like 30 degrees, 33 degrees, 34 degrees down there. So it's getting a little chilly down there. But it'll warm back up soon enough, and they'll be sitting out back in their lawn chairs, enjoying the sunshine.
We went down there once, and we did New Year's Eve at Universal Studios before they had the two parks. There's just the main park, and it was like 30 degrees. We were freezing because we didn't bring any winter clothes with us to Florida. You know.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of Florida.
Speaking of Tony Laporto, he lives in the same neighborhood as my mom. He lives in Ocala, and they're right around the corner from each other.
They're not in the Villages, are they?
I don't know, Tony. Are you in the Villages where my mom is located, or I don't know? But we have to hook them up so they can go sit in the backyard and hang out with each other in the
Your
lawn
mom's not
chairs.
in the Villages, is she?
She might be. Yeah.
The Villages, folks, look up the Villages. They're a little freaky up in there. It's there's a whole thing. Just look up loofahs and the Village.
Loofahs in the Village.
That's all you need to know.
Bubba Wheelock is on. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I saw you were watching football all weekend. He loves football, man. He gets into it. He's a big baseball fan too. He actually he works the Bay Sox games, and that's how I know him because he was there when I was there, and he's still there working the games. So, yeah.
He's the one that likes the Washington, right?
Yes, he's a Washington fan.
He'll be waiting like me for next week for the big
the name reveal,
disappointment.
The Commodores or whatever the hell they're gonna call them. I would love the Commodores. They would all be up there singing. Yes, I would love if they were called the Commodores. That would be funny.
Lionel Richie comes to every game.
Yes, he does. Tony said he's just down the street. He's not in the Villages. Not the Villages. Yeah, we know you're in Ocala, Mom. You gotta tell us where you're at, which village you're at, which so they can see. He's in Oak Run. Tony says Oak Run. Are you near there? All right. So, Dan, you know what time it is.
Uh-oh.
We always do this. I'm going to do this for you. All right. Here we go. What chaps your ass? I got to tell you, it's been a while, so a lot has chapped my ass. So... I'm just gonna start with the main one over Christmas. I'm sitting in a Sunday afternoon. I'm sitting watching football. It's the Eagles, whoever. The Eagles stunk, so whatever. And I'm sitting there watching the football game, and all of a sudden I hear my doorbell ring on a Sunday. I'm like, who the hell is coming to my house on Sunday afternoon? Ringing my doorbell. I'm like, the Jehovah's Witnesses or somebody. I don't know, whoever's calling to my door. So I go up there, and there's this teenage girl on the outside the front door, and I open up there and I say, "Yeah, can I help you?" She's like, "We ran into your fence. We ran it over." I'm like, "Okay, calm down." I'm like, "All right, are you okay?" She's like, "All right." I said, "All right, where at?" She goes, "In the backyard, in your backyard." So I go, "All right, fine." Put my shoes on. I go outside. Her mom lost control of her car and wiped out 30 foot of my fence and just took it right out. She was stuck on my fig tree. Her car was up in the air like this on my fig tree. Oh, man. So, I was calm as could be. I didn't want to fluster anybody. I could see she was nervous, and I see she was upset. And I just walked over to her, and I said, "Are you all right?" She said, "Yep, I'm fine." I said, "Is your daughter okay?" She said, "Yep, she's fine." I said, "There you go." Right? Car can be fixed. Fence can be fixed. Right? But what chaps my ass, Dan, right? This is what chaps my ass. So everything got taken care of. They towed a car away and all that. What chaps my ass is dealing with the goddamn insurance company.
Nah.
You want to talk? I couldn't get a hold of them for 3 weeks. And then finally I was like, listen, give me a supervisor's name or somebody. And I called the supervisor. And within a half a day, I had a check and had it all taken care of. I was like, come on. You guys are just beating around the bush right now. Look, I get it's holidays. I get it, COVID times and all that. But, come on. I got a big hole in my fence. I can't put my dog outside anymore. Chest my
You had to use the cheat code. Up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
I did. I had to go out in the backyard and play with my dog. No. I go out there with her anyway, but it's just easier when the fence is up because, And then one night I went out back, and she just takes off like a rocket. Poof! And I'm like, where the hell is she going? And then I look over, and there's a buck standing right in our backyard. Big as can be. And he's just standing there looking at me. And then when she got near him, he just turned. He stood up on his hind legs and just stood there for a second on his hind legs. I was like, holy crap. I've never seen a deer do that. And then he just jumped right over the fence and just took off. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That was insane. I was like, whoa. But, but now the fence is back up. No deer in my yard. She can go out and play. And I don't have to worry about her. I don't have to worry about her running for the hole and taking off. So,
Right.
but it's good. Yeah, Kurt Howard. I can assist. Right? Did I see Johnny G? There he is.
Is that Johnny G or is that Little Johnny?
I don't know. Which one? Is it
picture.
Little Johnny or Big Johnny? Because I called you to come on tonight. I had a seat saved for you and everything. I had the microphone set up. I was ready to go. So I think it might be Little Johnny because there's no picture.
Yeah.
Yes, it stood up on its hind legs, Lauren, and it just jumped right over the fence. It was crazy. Like it just stood right up on its back legs like a person and looked at me for a second and then jumped right over the fence. It was insane. It's Little Big Johnny. Ah, there you go. And he's got his pride. There you go. Hey, Johnny. How are you, buddy, man? Good to see you. I was at your house last night. I had dinner with Mom and Dad. They're doing great. So I was asking about you. So I'll see you soon. All right? I'll see you soon. All right, Dan. Your turn. What chaps your ass, man?
What chaps my ass?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna get ahead of it, but I think the name that the Washington football team is gonna switch to chaps my ass. So.
Okay. What do you think it's going to be?
I think it's gonna be Commanders, and it just sounds like a like you couldn't get the rights. You want to make a football movie, but you couldn't get the rights to the NFL actual team names, so you make up stuff, and it just sounds like a fake name from a movie.
Like the
Washington Commanders.
Like the Replacements.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
They were the Sentinels, weren't they?
The Sentinels. That would be a great name. Just
the Washington Sentinels, right?
Here's what caps my ass.
And your quarterback should be Shane Falco. He'd be better. He's better than what you got now.
Pain's temporary. Scars heal. No, chicks dig scars. I can't remember the line.
But you had to go, and the impersonation
Glories forever.
Yeah. The Washington... Get out of here, Laporto.
Get the hell out of here. Don't even put that up on the screen.
Get the hell out of here. That's funny. Goofball. All right. So anyway, it's going to be... You thought it was going to be the Red Wolves, though.
I was hoping, but they can't get the trademark on Wolves or a variation of Wolves, so they said that that's not going to be one of them. I think Commanders and Admirals are the two that on the table that are the least terrible. Like Brigade is one. That's awful. You're not lying.
Falco's better than anything you had in a long time. Wow, why is that so big, that one? I got to shrink that down a little bit. So... Sorry, there. Tony's apologizing. He's like, sorry, I'm a good meds tonight. That's funny.
That's one thing that chaps my ass is that I wasn't SAG when I shot The Replacements, so I don't get residuals on it, and it's on all the time.
It is.
Speaking of on all the time, Men in Black 3 is on all the time.
All the time right now. I don't know what it is, but it is. It's been running. It's like on a loop. Like they'll play the first one, and then they'll play the second one, then they'll play the third one, and then they'll play the international, and then go right back. So,
yep.
That's fine with me, right? I'm good. I'm good with all that. Sounds like the Battlestar Galactica.
What was the game they had on Battlestar? It was what the hell was that? It was like basketball and football combined, and they had to like dunk in the sideways net.
Basketball? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest movie ever made. So that was the dumbest movie ever made. All right, man. So let's get into it, right? So the name of the Washington football team is going to chap your ass, whatever it happens to be.
It will. Yeah.
Is what you're saying. All right. Well, you're going to have to live with it, though. Either or you're just going to be a Ravens fan.
Well, I am that too, but I've tried to move on and I can't. It's like Brokeback. I just can't quit them. You know, they're my team. It's embedded in my code. But
all right, I'm gonna chap your ass even more right now. You ready? Here's the scenario. This is what the Commodores do this offseason. I mean the Commanders. Sorry, I keep calling them the Commodores. But this is what they do. They trade for Aaron Rodgers. And they signed Devontae Adams in free agency. Does it chap your ass, or are you good with that?
Devontae Adams with Terry McLaurin on the other side. Holy shit!
I know. That's what I'm saying. And you got Aaron Rodgers.
I could do without Q-Aaron coming to my team, but he doesn't want to go through a rebuild, so I don't think he's coming to Washington.
Oh, I don't know. You guys have a good defense, and if you sign him, you trade for him, and you sign Devontae Adams, you immediately become the favorite to win the division.
Yeah, but I think all we have to do, Russell Wilson or Derek Carr. I can see Rodgers going to Vegas, and then that leaves Carr open, and I'd take him in a heartbeat. But I agree with Bubba. I think Russell Wilson's coming.
It's coming to the Washington football team.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping the Eagles either get Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. I'll take either one of those guys. And they signed Devontae Adams. They have the money. After Wentz is gone and a couple other people they get rid of, they'll have the salary cap room to sign one big free agent. And if they make the trade, they can get Aaron Rodgers because they have 3 first-round picks, so they can give up a first-round pick. I wouldn't give up 2 first-round picks. That would just be stupid on their part, But they are the Eagles, and they do stupid things. But the quarterback the Eagles have right now, he's terrible. The Buccaneers were making fun of him on the sideline in the playoff game because he can't read a defense. He can't. I've been saying it all year long. So he's terrible. All right. So that being said, the football games this weekend.
Holy shit!
Was that not one of the greatest games you've ever seen?
So let's go back 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weekends ago, or the prior weekend, all the blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
There was just blowout after blowout, and the games weren't competitive. So this was the exact opposite. This past weekend was probably the best weekend of football, playoff football ever.
Yes.
Every single
in
game.
years or forever. Yeah, you're right.
What was it? Every single one was a field goal difference, right?
They were. I have the scores right here. So,
yeah.
Well, the Kansas City one wasn't. It was a touchdown. But
yeah.
Yes, the other 3 ended in regulation on game-winning field goals.
Yep.
Which is insane. And nobody thought that was going to happen in a fourth game. But the fourth game, the last 2 minutes was bonkers.
25 points in a minute and something?
Yeah. In a minute and 20 seconds, there were 23 points or 25 points or whatever it was. But unheard of. And Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds. You're like, there's no way. There's no way anybody does it. Joe Montana doesn't do it. Tom Brady doesn't do it. Aaron Rodgers doesn't do it. Nobody does it. Dan Marino doesn't do it.
Dak Prescott definitely doesn't do it.
Yes, he doesn't. He can't. They couldn't even run one play in 14 seconds. So they're terrible. And then 13 seconds, he's boom, boom, kick a field goal, overtime. That's insane. But was anybody playing defense?
I mean, the little hook that he threw to Hall. Is that right? Yeah, and he just shot through the entire defense. He's like, I saw this freeze frame. He's giving the guy the peace sign. The guy's 4 yards in front of him, and he knew he had him beat to the corner.
I know.
And it's unreal.
You know what?
Yeah. Tony just said it. The Bills screwed it by when they punted in, when they kicked the kickoff into the end zone and didn't let any time run off the clock. I mean, it's
that's true. If you kick that ball in play and just do short coverage on that, like kick it to about the 20, right? But either kick it up high so your coverage can get down, or keep it on the ground so one of the up guys has to grab it, right? You're gonna run off 4 or 5 seconds, 6 seconds right there. Game's over at that point. The only thing you have to worry about is Hill coming up, picking it up, maybe running it back. That's the fear. That's what they were afraid of. That's why they kicked it out of the end zone.
Yeah. Because
with 13 seconds, nobody does that.
So what is the answer for overtime? Because I'll tell you, I don't love the NFL overtime, but I hate the college overtime.
Yeah.
College overtime is just spot the ball on a 25 and it becomes a scrimmage.
You do like baseball does. You play until you got a winner. You play until you win the game.
Well, yeah. So baseball, you get the other team gets in. So yeah. So
Well, they tried to change it with baseball. It didn't work. Now they're going back to the old rules, but you play until somebody wins the game outright, and if it might take 2 overtimes, 3 overtimes, right? But at the end of overtime, if the score is still tied, you play, you keep going,
so you said play a period.
yeah, you play, you
Play the fifth
play.
period.
There is no sudden death. There is no if you kick a field goal,
Okay.
right? And it's the last person to score, the other team doesn't score, and then you kick a field goal. No, you don't win. Not in the playoffs. Not in football. Not in the games. In the playoffs, no.
That's,
Will any games ever go to that? Maybe, but it's going to be rare. It's going to be rare. I think that's the only way you truly solve it, because somebody's going to complain about something all the time. And to be completely honest, Dan, and then correct me if I'm wrong, football, there is an offense. What else is there?
defense.
There's a defense. Don't be afraid to use it in the overtime period, Buffalo, or Kansas City or whatever. And I understand that they were tired and everything, but make adjustments. Put some fresh legs out there. Maybe you go with some of your backups who haven't been playing, who aren't as tired. Don't keep running the same guys. You figure it out, but you just don't let them march down the field like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Defense can win. Defense wins championships, right? It can also win in an overtime game. If you don't win the coin flip, then your defense better stand the hell up and win the game for you. There are two sides that, offense, defense, and then you got special teams. But
So what I would suggest is the first team to win the coin toss gets a series. The other team gets the chance to answer or win, and then at that point it's
whoever scores wins.
Next point win. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't dislike that, but if you really want to just solve the problem so nobody complains, win it outright, and you just keep playing until everybody falls over dead.
Yeah.
Because in baseball, that's the only sport that happens. The other guy gets a shot. That's it. You can't, and then if they score, they come back and score runs. Even if you're down 20 runs, the other guy still gets a shot. Chances of him coming back, it ain't happening usually, but it can. Potentially, it can possibly happen.
I love overtime in playoff hockey. I mean, it's
that's fun.
We're skating until we die or somebody wins the game.
That's sudden death. That's a goal. Next goal wins.
Yeah.
Boom. Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Sudden death. And what do you have to do? You got to play what? You got to play defense. Right. It's not an up and down thing. We come up, score. No. I mean, it can end like that in hockey, but you don't want it to. You got to play defense. You got to stop the other guy. And in football, I think they missed that yesterday. They were just like, there's nobody's playing defense. They're just somebody better, and nobody did. And guess what? Too bad. You lose. Based on the rules, you lose. So, and yes, Kevin McNamara, it was the most incredible play. It's probably the most incredible football game I've ever seen because that was insane. The quarterback play was so good from both quarterbacks, right? And the guy Davis, oh my God, I feel so bad for him. I mean, he's gonna be fine, right?
Yeah.
And next year, I hope he has a great season. This guy Davis, but holy crap, if they win that game, he's a legend forever.
Oh, I mean, he'll never buy a beer in Buffalo again.
I mean,
he'll never pay for a beer in Buffalo again.
He had 4 touchdowns. He comes out of nowhere, right? Nobody.
No. He didn't come out of nowhere because I have Stephon Diggs on my fantasy teams, and Davis caught every damn touchdown that Diggs should have caught all year long. He's been vulturing Diggs the whole season.
Yeah, but you didn't know who he was. Did you see him?
That's my ass.
Did you see that chapter? Did you see him break down that cornerback and the guy just fell over on that one touchdown?
God.
I don't feel bad for him because he's going to be fine. With him on one side, Diggs on the other, they're gonna be right back there again next year, especially if Josh Allen stays healthy. That you just witnessed yesterday or this past weekend, the next 10 years of football if those guys stay healthy. It occasionally.
And Joe Burrow. And
that's what I'm saying. This whole weekend. Stafford, Burrow. Who else is a young quarterback? The kid from San Diego, Herbert or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Right.
He just gave him Bobby Hebert.
Bobby Hebert's name. But But you just witnessed, and I got to tell you, the quarterback that on our team in Philadelphia Eagles, he can't hold any of their jock straps. I mean, he's terrible. I mean, it just is. So crazy. Does he, Kevin? I don't think Jim Kelly does. I mean, I don't think Thurman Thomas does. I don't think Bruce Smith buys it or Andre Reed. Any of those guys buy, And I don't think Davis would have a problem walking into a bar and, people wouldn't be like, yeah, you got to pay there, Davis. I just feel bad because he could have been, the legend of Buffalo.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see? Oh yeah, Bubba just brought it up.
Yes.
Diggs just obliterated the guy that ran out on the field. That was fantastic.
I've always wanted a player to do that, and finally we got our wish. He was like, "All right, you want to find out what it's like to get hit? Here it comes."
The University of Maryland shared the video too. They're like, "There's our boy."
I hope that there's no lawsuit, like that guy doesn't sue Diggs or whatever. But he's a dumbass. He ran on the field. You already broke the law. I think at that point.
I don't think you can sue someone when you're in the act of violating of committing a crime.
It happens all the time.
Yeah,
it happens all the time, Dan. And the criminals win. I hate to break it to you. I've seen it happen. So that might happen. We don't know yet. We'll see. We will see. But I hope nothing happens to Diggs. And if he's fined by the NFL, I hope Buffalo pays it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we should start a GoFundMe then. Pay for Stephon Diggs' fine because that was hilarious.
Yes.
Kevin's waiting on Johnny G. We invited him. He didn't call me back, Kev. He didn't call me back. I don't know what to do. I had a whole screen set up with all three of us on it, names and everything. But he didn't make it. So what else? What other game? The other game, the Rams game. What'd you think of that one, Dan?
So we're not Brady haters in our house the way the rest of the world seems to be. So we're kind of pulling for another run, and it didn't happen. But I mean, how the hell do you let Cooper Kupp? You know who Stafford is throwing to. How the hell do you let that guy break that open?
That was just a broken play, and that was ridiculous that they let him get that wide open. You got to double cover him there. You really do. That late in the game, in that situation.
Yeah. So, but that was another one. It was just a ridiculous ball that he threw on that go route, and
Well, the fact that Brady brought him back, because I stopped watching that game. I'm like, this game's over. Brady can't do it again. He can't come back from 28-3, 27-3. He can't do it again, right? And the Rams are just moving the ball at will. So I stopped watching. And then all of a sudden, I turn it back on, and it's tied. I'm like, what the frick?
He did it again.
Shit happened. I'm like, how does he do that? Look,
and that was the problem. The defense got that ball back. I mean, you just left too much time. Anymore, you can't leave time on the clock for these quarterbacks. They're too good in the 2-minute right now to leave any time on the table.
I know. So some of these guys, Kevin McNamara is like, yeah, I'm not a Brady hater. I'm just a very, very sad Jets fan. And Kurt Howard's like, a Jets fan? Oh my God! Wow.
They have fans?
Yes, they do. They have a couple. Kevin being one of them. So I don't hate Brady. I think he's a really great quarterback. I think he's good. But yeah, when you're playing the Eagles, I don't like you. It's all right.
We've been watching the Man of the Arena, the ESPN Plus show. It's good. It's really good. Johnny would really love it because 2 episodes focus on the Giants beating them in the Super Bowl. But it's I think if people who hate him would watch that, they'd probably not hate him as much because he seems like a pretty fun guy, but yeah.
I'll tell you what. Have you seen the Joe Montana documentary on Peacock?
No.
Do you have Peacock?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, watch it. Go
Okay.
Joe Cool or the Joe Montana story, and you'll find out how big of a douchebag Bill Walsh is.
Ah,
I was like, holy shit, he's a dick. Wow. What he did by bringing Steve Young in there and then promised Steve Young, and this is only after they won 2 Super Bowls with Montana. They won 4, right? So they win 2. He brings Steve Young in and tells Steve Young, you're going to be starting by the end of the season.
oh wow.
You have Joe Montana and you bring a guy in and tell him he's going to be starting by the end of the year. And if he didn't try to get him in there as often as he could and get Montana out, what a douche. Holy crap.
Wow.
So I was like, you got to be kidding.
Where did Walsh? Did he go anywhere after the Niners? I can't remember.
No, he went to the front office and they brought Seifert in. And then
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he did. And Seifert won a Super Bowl with Steve Young.
Yep.
But, they wound up winning 2 more with Montana because Montana got pissed. Montana's like, no, he ain't taking my job. And
yeah.
That's the end of that.
Take care, Bubba. He said he's taking off.
All right, bub. Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for coming on.
Well, real quick, before you leave, Bubba.
Oh, let's do it now.
We'll do the announcement now.
All right.
So we are adding, not shifting formats, but we're adding a format to the Appletini lineup here. We're gonna be starting a podcast. So we've had a bunch of different iterations of Appletinis. It was a pre-recorded show that Ken used to take like hours and hours to edit and put out on YouTube. And then we went to the live show, and now we're going to go to a podcast primary with some live shows thrown in here and there. So Facebook page, Twitter, we'll let you know who we're interviewing and who we're bringing in, so you can throw questions out to us, and then we can ask them during the show, and then you can catch it on wherever you catch podcasts, Spotify, Apple. I don't know what else. Where else do people listen to podcasts?
There are a lot, but Spotify is the most popular.
Yeah.
And then Apple would be your second, and then there are a bunch, and we're going to be part of what's called Buzzsprout. And it will shoot it out to a number of different podcast sites. But we'll be under entertainment, pop culture, sports, movies, things like that. Because that's what we mainly talk about. And the guests that we bring on will be athletes, and there'll be actors and directors and people who write books, people like that. Local people, but we'll also have some national folks. We'll have people from, we want to try and get the guy from Ozark to come back. He was already on once. Ian, right? Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson, that's it. His middle name is Ian L. or Ian L.
L.
Kevin L. Johnson. I always say Ian. Why? I don't know why. But when are we switching? We are switching to the podcast coming up here within the next couple of weeks. So we're gonna announce that and on the page, and then you guys will be able to go to whatever your favorite podcast provider is and listen to the show. You'll be able to listen to us interview people. You can also watch the video. We'll put it on YouTube. It'll still be on YouTube, or if your podcast service does video, we'll still put it up as a video. But mostly we'll just be on. We'll be talking about movies. We'll be talking about, current events. And we'll try to get whoever. If you know anybody who wants to come on the show, or if you want to come on the show, let us know. And, we'll have to do a ranking system, Dan. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Ken's mom wants to come on the show. All right, we're going to rank her. I don't know. She's tough, that one.
Yeah, and so whenever we post a podcast, we'll share the link on Facebook and Twitter. So even if you don't follow it already on one of those, you'll be able to open it in your browser or something like that and still listen to it.
Yep, and we're going to try and do it once a week, of course. But we'll do the live show as well, intermittently. I don't know if we'll do the live show every week, but we will have a live portions of the show like we do right now, because I think this is fun. We see the comments that people, Bubba, you have Facebook. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know if we'll put the podcast here, but the link to Spotify or the link to Apple we'll post on Facebook. Absolutely. And then you just follow the link and it'll take you there. So you have outdoor content, Kurt. Yes, you can plug your outdoor content. just let us know. Contact us, send us a DM, and we'll figure it out. And when you say outdoor content, is that like a analogy for you running down the street naked? Your outdoor content? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know where we could go with Kurt Howard. Who knows? There it is, Chesapeake Cowboy. There it is. All right. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing. So what have you been watching, Dan? What have you been watching lately? You been to the movies? I know you went to the movies.
We've been going to the movies. So my son, during the last year of COVID here, my son got a job at the movie theaters here in town. So he's now taking me to the movies after 16 years of me taking him to the movies.
Which one movie theaters are you working for?
One of the Regal.
Regal. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's not. It's nice. Ours is actually going through the transition to put the recliners in finally. But there's another theater in town that has alcohol, so we tend to drop Jack at work and then go watch movies at the other.
The warehouse is that the
warehouse? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have a screening of The Night Watchman over there.
Oh, the Night Watchman?
Yeah.
Or comedy?
No, Night Watchman.
Oh, really?
We're gonna do. I already talked to them about it. They're all in.
Cool.
Yeah, they're all in. They're like, yep, because the 5-year anniversary is coming up.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a screening of The Night Watchman, and it's gonna be in the theater there. We're gonna have a little shindig. Kind of wait until later in the year, just to get clear of all the stuff that's going on right now. But
I think actually right now I keep seeing in my memories we're 9 years out from 14. So we're 8 years out from the shoot, 9 years out from the little mini trailer that we shot.
We shot in 15.
We shot in 15.
Yeah, we shot in 15. So we're 7 years out. Yeah. It's been a while, Tone. It's been a while. Yeah, since we released The Night Watchman. So.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a 5 year since its release anniversary. Since its release, it's gonna be fun.
And if you can get to that screening at the warehouse, is so freaking cool. It is. It is. What's awesome about it is it's kind of like an independent version of the Alamo Draft House, and they have a bar, they have food, and it's the theater that I worked in when I was in college. Like that exact space was a two screen theater that I worked at, and so it's really cool to kind of go back there and see it still be a movie theater.
You didn't get fired by JP at this movie theater?
No, that was Blockbuster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love that story. Makes me laugh. Makes me laugh every time. So, after seeing Spider-Man: No Way Home, does that change your top 3 Marvel movies? Where's it put? What's your top 3 Marvel movies, top of your head right now? I talked to my kids earlier today about it, so I'm fresh. I know what mine are.
No Way Home, Winter Soldier, and Endgame maybe. I love Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame's great. I watched it. I watched the scene where they all come through the sling ring portals. I was just watching it right before we came on, and every time I looked at my son and my wife, and I go, "That's one of the best cinematic scenes ever in the history of anything. Look at that. That's amazing." And, being a comic book geek, growing up and buying the comic books all the time, when that happened, I was just like, "Ah, this is insane."
What was really cool is like when I saw Endgame, we weren't in one of those theaters that had the people that had the big reactions. They were kind of, for the most part, quiet and just watching the movie, except for the douchebag that was sitting next to me that had a real problem with Captain Marvel and kept talking. So I finally told him he needed to shut up. Yeah. But the Spider-Man screening that we went to was opening afternoon, packed house, because Jack worked at the theater and he didn't want to have anything ruined, so we went to the very, very first screening available so that he could see it before his shift. And we had one of those houses that like cheers and for all the things.
And there are things in that movie that are just like, if you've seen Endgame, just like that scene. And when you see that final scene and you're just like freaking out and then you're cheering, you will do the same with Spider-Man: No Way Home. So if I was to go my top three, I would go.
I gotta show you something real quick.
All right, go ahead. There he is. Peter Parker. I love it.
This literally just came in the mail today.
Is that the Tom Holland? No. Is it?
No, it's the Toby.
It's okay, Tobey Maguire. Sweet. Yep, I love it. Yeah. He's my favorite. I love Tobey Maguire, but Tom Holland's great too. I mean, they're all decent. They're all decent, but
all right.
Very nice. I love it.
I'm sorry. Quick question. Sorry, Ken. His deep dish pizza, is there still somewhere?
Yeah.
Where is it?
In a bottom shelf of the fridge.
And you did air fryer for a bit, and then okay.
Yep.
I love our air fryer we just got for Christmas.
It's great for reheating pizza.
Yeah, we cook it. We use it all the time now. It's amazing. So
I made potato skins during the games yesterday. So good. See, I'm a Tom Holland first, Andrew Garfield second, Tobey Maguire third.
Really?
Yep.
They even said it. I can't do a spoiler, but he even said it.
Number 3.
So come on. Even he said it, Dan. Come on.
No,
so,
I don't. I think Andrew Garfield was a way better Spider-Man.
I thought the movies weren't good though. That's the thing.
No, his movies
stories weren't good,
and that's the problem. And so everyone's trying to get him a Spider-Man 3. All right, folks, listen up. We're here at this point. We're going to start talking spoilers, so you might want to mute us for about 35, 40 seconds. But we're going to talk some spoilers here, so be warned.
And then we'll get back to the air fryers.
Yeah. No, so Andrew Garfield, after this whole thing happened, there was a whole thing trending to get him his third movie. But they kind of did that here. This was sort of, he stole this movie. He closed out his storyline. He saved MJ / Gwen. It was real, but the dude is having a freaking year, man. He's going to get an Oscar nomination for Tick Tick Boom.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting nominations for Eyes of Tammy Faye, and then the Spider-Man thing happens, and he basically is just. I mean, that is a phenomenal year, and I think he just seems like a really solid, decent guy, and deserves it.
What was the movie he did, the military one, where he was the agnostic chaplain? And he saved everybody.
It was a Clint Eastwood movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it Heartbreak Ridge?
No,
that's Clint Eastwood. Yeah, I'm sorry. What's the
Clint Eastwood directed it.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was fantastic, that movie with him. He did such a fantastic job. But so my three Marvel movies, Hacksaw Ridge. That's
Ridge.
It.
Yeah.
My three.
Your three best.
Is Civil War.
Yep.
Of the Captain America series. I like that one better because it had more characters in it.
Yeah.
I get the Winter Soldier. I like the Winter Soldier too, but Civil War had them all fighting it out. The fight at the airport in Germany was fantastic. I love that. And then from there it goes to Spider-Man, and then Endgame.
Homecoming.
What's that?
Homecoming.
Yeah, No Way Home. Spider-Man.
No,
okay,
got it.
Man, no, not Homecoming. That was the first one. That's down a little way.
Okay.
So, but my Spider-Man movie rankings are No Way Home, Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, the first one. So, yeah, because it kind of set everything up.
And I'll say I loved the original Spider-Man movies when they came out because they were the first movie to kind of take the superhero and put it in a non-Tim Burton heightened reality, like in our real world.
What about Blade? Blade was before that, wasn't it?
I never watched Blade.
The first Blade is really good.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's really good. The two after that, man.
I have seen Blade 3 when Ryan Reynolds it's like with the dog, the vampire dog. He's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it wasn't the best one. So, but the first one was really good. I thought anyway. So
what are the best movies you've seen? So we're heading into screener season. We're heading into the awards season, and I know some people don't care about awards, and it's all but Ken and I get to vote in the SAG Awards, so we're going to be going through the screeners and doing our due diligence. Which I feel like this year, all the movies, like I've got all these streaming services already, so I've
I've
seen
seen
like
them, most
a
of them. Yeah.
lot of these movies.
Yeah. Shang-Chi was great. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that. No Time to Die. Not my favorite.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to get Jack. I wanted to get him caught up on what's the one before it? Day of the Dead.
Spectre.
Spectre.
Yeah.
So we need to watch that one and then the new one.
Yep. House of Gucci. I have not seen yet, but I hear it's good. Don't Look Up was good.
I loved it.
Yep.
That was really good.
I thought it was very funny. Had some really funny stuff in it. And
West
it was
Side
good.
Story, I thought was phenomenal.
West Side Story I have not seen yet, but I've heard great things, and I'm going to watch it coming up. So I haven't seen it yet.
It was really good. And I know people are like, "Well, how it was already good." It was. The original was fantastic and didn't need. But I heard an interview with Spielberg, and he was saying it happens on Broadway all the time. They bring these shows back, and they remount them, and they change some of the books so that it is more relevant to what's going on now. And he just felt like if there was ever going to be an opportunity for me to do that, and he loved that movie. That's one of the things that made him want to be a storyteller. So that movie means a lot to him. So.
No, but I hear the cinematography is great. I hear the acting's fantastic. I hear the dance numbers are really cool. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. We're planning out our digital screeners. What else is out there right now?
King Richard's out there. That
Saw
was a
that.
good one.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I thought it was great. And, I love John Bernthal and I love Will Smith. And you put those two together, you're going to get something great. You're going to get a great movie. And Will Smith, obviously, he's the star of the movie because he's King Richard. But he has just, we were watching 6 Degrees of Separation earlier today. And to see that journey for him, because then he was Fresh Prince. That movie put him on the map as a serious dramatic actor, right? That was his first step in that realm. And people were like, oh, shit, yeah, he can do it. He can be a movie star. And then you just watch all the movies he's done since, and this is amazing, the journey that Will Smith has taken from the Fresh Prince, mouthing his lines, and you always tell that story, to what he's done now and what he's done for Hollywood. He produces Cobra Kai. Him and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. They produce Cobra Kai. I think it's amazing. That's crazy.
So how do you feel about this last season?
It's gloriously cheesy.
It is.
Yes.
It is so cheesy.
It is. It's gloriously cheesy. I mean, I love it. I love Cobra Kai because it just brings me back to all the things we did when we were that age, and is it cheesy? And people are like, oh, this is so stupid. Nah. Just sit back and enjoy it. That's all. That's all you got to do.
I love how self-referential they get with the tournament. Like the people in the tournament, he's like, it's been shit since the Blue Mets. Like they bring in Carrie Underwood to sing the anthem or whatever.
And she comes strutting out and does her thing. I'm like, this is the most. It's like it's the only thing ever in the history of the world is the All Valley tournament. It's like, is there nothing else that happens in L.A.?
So you get out in the valley, man. You get out in the valley.
So other than that, movie wise, I haven't really. I haven't been to the theater. So the Ghostbusters one, but that's not nominated, really, is it? No, I don't think so.
I really liked Ghostbusters. I enjoyed The Last Duel. I
was going to watch that today.
Yeah, it's good. It's and Jodie Comer she's about to blow up between that and Free Guy, and she was on Killing Eve. I mean, she's about to be like a superstar.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you, Boba Fett. What do you think? Darian's been bugging me. Right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
They're actually watching it in the other room right now.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't love it yet, but I think I'm going to. I think they're doing a real slow burn, and I think that as good as The Mandalorian has been, they've earned it. You know, it's I'm ready for them to. And it felt like at the end of this past episode, they finally were like, okay, we're gonna move this story forward now. But I think they took one episode too long to get to that point.
To
But
develop
I'm willing.
character develop.
I'll allow it, because I trust Favreau and Filoni, and yeah,
Well, that's good. You know why? Because I thought The Mandalorian did it the same way. It kind of was slow, and then when they hit the third episode in The Mandalorian, I think they got to it a little bit quicker in The Mandalorian. Like the third episode is when they really hit and took off. But this one has been a little bit longer. But I love everything that's going on so far.
Yeah.
You know, all the throwbacks to the original series, and then they bring in that. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but the Wookiee. Come on.
yeah.
You get that's amazing. So
Yeah, I think they're getting ready to really light the candle on this thing, and it's going to be, I think, just like, and when you go back, like so before season 2 of The Mandalorian, we went back and rewatched season 1. When you watch them in order without the week off in between, they don't feel as slow as when you get a little bit and then you have to wait. When you just binge through them, they really have you can see kind of the overall picture, and so. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be as slow as it seems when it's all said and done.
no, I like it. I like it. I like the Hutts when they brought them back. See, I'm giving spoilers away now, but I think it's good, and I enjoy it.
I can't wait for the Obi-Wan show.
Yes, that's good. That's going to be cool. You know what I can't wait for, Dan, and I can't wait for it. We've been talking about it, and the trailer came out, and. Freaking Moon Knight, man.
Moon Knight.
Fuck, insane. It's insane, Moon Knight.
Like, I like these ones where I don't know anything about, because well, it's not like I didn't keep up with the comics, so I don't know everything about Tony Stark, but I know enough. I know the basics, or Spider-Man, but it's not my pizza, Tony. It's Jack's pizza. It's not for me.
Yeah, but thanks for checking.
But thanks,
in.
I appreciate the heads up. I know nothing about it, so it's just gonna be like a fresh, just coming in completely blank. We don't have a movie that it's spinning off of, so it's just a completely new story, and I'm in for it.
Yeah, and just watching the trailer and everything, and just watching the Easter eggs and the stuff that they put in it. I'm just like, oh, this is going to be good. Now, it's different than the comic books. You can see it already that it's different in certain ways from the comic books, but I'm not sitting there going, nah, it's a bad change. It's not. None of it is. It's going to be, and I'm just, I watch this thing on all the Easter eggs, and because the geeks, they love it, and they break down every frame of everything, and the words on the truck in the background, and all, and it's, they're bringing in Victor Von Doom, and they're doing all this other stuff, and it's just like, holy crap. And if you're in the Marvel comics, Victor Von Doom is one of the biggest villains in the history of Marvel, right?
Is that Dr. Doom?
Dr. Doom from Fantastic Four, yeah. So they're trying to bring him back in now.
So who do you cast as the Fantastic Four? Because it's failed twice. Who do you bring in?
Krasinski.
Yeah,
I think Reed Richards. That's who you bring in for him.
And Emily Blunt as his wife.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? They do it in real life. Why not do it in Fantastic Four? And then you can go with Cena as the Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then whoever you want to cast as Johnny Storm. Whatever. Just find some young, good-looking guy who's who plays that kind of role, and just do that. But Cena's awesome as Peacemaker. You watch Peacemaker at all?
Yeah, we're gonna jump
into that.
Dude, yeah.
You gotta watch that because it's so fun. It's just ridiculous. You're watching it and you're going, "This is ridiculous," but it's funny, and he's good.
He is a lot of fun. John Cena, just the blockers and Peacemaker. He seems like he's just a really fun guy to work with.
Tony Laporto. Did somebody say Blunt? Yes, Emily Blunt, not Blunt. Not one of them funny cigarettes funny cigars.
Magic cabbage.
Anyway, what else is out there right now? Ozark. You got to catch up on.
I'm catching up. Yeah.
It's intense, man. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Ozark, people, get out there, watch Ozark. It's a fantastic show, and this season is bonkers, and I love it. And I binge watched all 7 episodes in 5 hours. It's 7 hours long, people. But I binge watched it in 5. I'm just saying, because that's how.
You like the TVA. Time works different down here.
That's right. Time works different in my basement when I'm watching Ozark.
Speaking, I did love the Hawkeye show.
Hawkeye was fantastic.
Really freaking good.
That was fantastic, and I really hope that a few of the characters that seem to maybe not make it come back. I think they will. I think they will.
I think they will too.
I think they left it open.
We talked about seemed to lead to that suggestion.
Yeah, I started watching Lost in Space, Darian, and then I lost interest. I don't know why. I thought it was good.
When we the Night Watchman screened at the Awesome Con in DC like 3-4 years ago. I don't know, before COVID, whatever, in the before times. And the first season of Lost in Space had just come out, and Netflix had a massive presence at that con. They were doing screenings of the first couple episodes. They had cast members there. It was a huge event rollout, and I never ended up watching it. It looked like it was going to be decent though.
I watched the first few and I thought they were good. I'm angry at myself. This is what chaps my ass, Dan. All right, we're going back to chaps our ass. This is what chaps my ass. All these different streaming services, and you got to pay $5.99 for each one. Why don't they just bundle them all together and call it cable? What the frick? Because you got to pay. And Picard just came out, season 2, and I hear it's great, but I can't watch it because I didn't pay for the bundle. I didn't pay for the. I mean, I could pay, the $4.99. I'm not that cheap, but it's just they all add up, and then you forget you paid for them, and then it just keeps going and going.
Here's how you bypass it. You turn on Paramount. You get the $4.99 for Paramount Plus, and then you just run the Night Watchman in the background anytime you're not actually watching something, and then the residuals that we get from Night Watchman being on it pays for your streaming fees.
The whole 2 cents we're gonna. The whole $4.99
for more life hacks.
Yeah. So, Yellow Jackets. Have you watched that yet?
Not yet.
It's good. It's good. And our friend Ed Sanchez, who we're going to have on the podcast, by the way, he directed the season finale, and he may be invited back to direct more. We don't know. I don't know yet, but we'll find out when we have him on the podcast. So,
definitely.
But yeah, what a if you're interested in that kind of stuff, strange, mystery, paranormal, crazy stuff, because you don't know if the paranormal stuff is a part of the show at all. You just don't know. You're just like, is it or is it not? And then as the season goes on, it starts to filter in little by little, and by the end, you're just like, oh crap, oh man, that's And because he did the Blair Witch, and of course, all the symbolism and all that stuff and all the paranormal stuff in that, it's very similar to the Blair Witch. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So, all right, man, we've been on for an hour.
I got one more for you.
All right.
What do you think about Mayor of Easttown, in particular the way they say all their O sounds?
I liked Mayor of Easttown. Now, here's what I will say about Mayor of Easttown, the accent. I grew up the same distance from Philadelphia as Easttown is in Pennsylvania. So 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We don't talk like that. That is Baltimore. That is more of a Baltimore accent than it is Philadelphia area accent. So, when I was listening to her, she sounded like she was from Baltimore. Because I live here now, and I hear it all the time. I hear that accent all the time. And I was like, oh, I get that she was making an attempt, to sound that way, but it sounded too Baltimore-ish.
But it wasn't just her. It was clearly their whoever was dialect coaching them.
Yes.
Because Evan Peters was doing it too, and there were a couple people they'd really hit that home.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought the show was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought the storyline was fantastic.
We have 3 more left, so we haven't quite finished it yet. But that was one of the ones we wanted to blast through before I had to vote on anything.
Oh, the last 3, man! A lot of crazy stuff comes out in the last 3. You're gonna be like, what? So enjoy. It's gonna be fun. 3 episodes. All right, guys. Well, yeah, thank you, Tony. Thanks to everybody who came on tonight. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Darian. Thank you, Richard Brown. I saw Richard Brown on. Thank you, Kevin McNamara. We're going to do this as often as we can, of course. And Dan, what else are we doing?
Podcasts.
That's right. We're going to be doing podcasts. So you can, it's ambulance, not ambulance. Kurt Howard, thanks for joining us. Oh, man, it's going to be fun. We're going to be doing this podcast thing coming up. Johnny G will be with us for a lot of that stuff. So he couldn't make it tonight, but, he's going to be joining us here on the live show, and he will be joining us on the podcast as well. And if you know of anybody who wants to be a guest, or if you want to be a guest, DM us, send us a message, and let us know. And Dan, also, what we're trying to do with this show, and this is another announcement we got to make, is we're trying to monetize this thing so we can do this more often.
Yeah.
Right? We're trying to make this something that we can do, and we can really put a concerted effort in and get better guests, and we can travel to these guests, and we can do things to make that happen. But we got to figure out a way to monetize it. So we're doing our best, and if you have any ideas, let us know. So. And when you see on our YouTube page, give these guys a tip. We got to buy this alcohol somehow, Dan. We got to buy it somehow.
It doesn't buy itself.
It doesn't. Especially that vodka, man. It can add up after a while. Especially as much as I'm drinking these days. So, anyway. All right. Dan, thanks for joining me. Everybody at home, thank you. Enjoy your appletinis, whatever it is you're doing, you're watching. Hey, enjoy life, man. It's short, and you know what? We've all been locked up for 2 years, so I think it's time we all get out and start running around without our pants on, Kurt Howard.
Outdoor content.
The outdoor content. We need some outdoor content. We all run around without our pants on. We got to get that guy, DeLuca, on here without his pants on. He's never wearing pants, that guy. So, anyway. All right, Dan, enjoy with your family watching. What are you guys watching? You were watching Boba Fett, right? No.
Yeah, they're catching up on Boba Fett.
Catching up on Boba Fett. All right, man. We'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, everybody.
Peace out. All right, where's the end? I don't even know where it is now.
You good how to end it?
I forgot how to end it. Oh, wait. Here it is. Ready?
Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, yeah. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, yeah.